Hey guys, well we're back on the last episode of this um, English paper piecing. So in the last one I just left it and I want to show you how you are going to piece this down. Like it was pretty cutting it fine just here, but then it got a little bit better when I was there, so it'll go into the page. Now probably will need I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. We'll need my thimble. Okay, so what we do is we just see how usually it's got a little fold, so I go right into the corner and up, and then we're just going to do a slip stitch. Okay, hopefully go through all the layers, like as in all the way down to there as well. And I'm doing it with this because it's a nice strong, this is the polyester thread again, nice strong thread, but we don't really want to see the stitching. Okay, whereas in the next part I'm going to be doing intentional stitching, so this holds the outside of it down, and if there's any bits that are sticking out, we'll grab them and push it in. There you go. Yep. So the embellishing stitching, which we're going to be going, along here, that will hold that down as well. Okay. You do need the thimble to push it in. Now here you can sort of see there might be a little bit of a bit sticking out, so we'll just use the needle to push it under. And make sure it stays there. Okay. And the beauty of using that iron-on violin, normally you would have to take out these pieces, but you don't have to, you can leave it in, and it gives it a little bit of a raised look, which is good. Nice and sturdy. Yep. We've always got to keep an eye out for this. There we go. Leave it too long. I love the fabrics used in this. This is so pretty. This vintage. It's an eiderdown, which I spent quite a few hours unpicking. So, but I just love how it's got that worn faded look. If you like the brighter look, you just turn it around, and that's the edge that hasn't seen the sun. Yeah, but it's just so pretty. Really got that worn old world look. So when we get to the point there, maybe do it twice, I think. Just making sure that it stays down. There we go. It's getting loose. So you've got the idea of what you need to do. Okay, I'm back again, and that has been sewed down, as you can see. Now onto the bit. I was going to do some of this colour, which I still may in the centre, but on the outside I am going to use this colour because it's sort of got this colour here and there, and in the next piece that's going to be sitting next to this. It's got quite a bit of this colour in it, so I will use that. So this is going to be holding it down but also decorating it, and you don't, all it is just going to be a running stitch. So I come up here, like right in the middle, and there's a few layers, so I may only get to do this up and down motion rather than trying to do this. I'll see how I go. This look, yeah, because you got to remember it's got the stuff in between, which does make it a little bit difficult to move sometimes. I might be able to do one at a time here, that'll work. Okay. Going to be more noticeable on certain colours than it is on others, so it'll be nice and noticeable on this one. And then this holds it down. If you are doing, like, if you're being inspired to do English paper piecing and you've caught the bug, you could even make, you know, like a big, use this size, this finished size as a pattern. So you just what am I trying to say, you get a big hexagon and then you just put like a bit of floral or a bit of plain, and then you make a whole heap of these, and you can, when you do hand quilting, this is how you would do it, or you can go around it on the machine with the 3 layers, and that will hold it down as well, as in that, you know, when you would do the quilting in between. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, gets quite forceful. What I was thinking of doing in here, because it's got my little blanket stitch in some of the parts, I might just do a running stitch in that pinky colour, which is this, the DMC. I think that'll look really nice. Yeah, give it quite a pretty little technique. Oh my goodness, not pretty technique, a really nice, you know, change of colour and make it stand out a little bit. So on that side, as you can see, that's being held down, so you go around and you end up coming up in that middle part, and we go down again and do the same on the other side. Really gives it that hand sewn look. Excuse that noise if you can hear it in the background. My son's got a bit of a cold. Both my boys sound like little elephants when they are blowing their nose. That's funny. Love this Liberty fabric. It's really pretty, quite soft. Okay. It works really well when you're doing English paper piecing because they're small pieces. Do we want to go just, yeah, I think I might just go down and then up. Okay. There we go. Quite close. See, actually I'll go, got to go right on the edge of that one, because it'll be the same here. There we go. Probably a bit too long, but oh well. Yeah, at least we're doing one at a time rather than going up and around. It's I consider doing this. So when you're doing it this way, and I'm only getting one, but at least you're not having to go up and down. There you go. Now, it's a fairly big. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this, as in the colour. I'll bring it up in a minute. Go down that hole in the middle, right in the centre. And once again, you can see what we've done here. Okay, come up. There you go. I'm wondering if you can see that. You can see it on the other side as well. Now, so we go across. So we're going to be doing like the two rectangles. It's just easier to do the rectangle, two triangles. When we get to there, I'll probably start and do the triangle on the other side. So there we go. Yeah. It's definitely going to be holding it down and giving it some structure. So like I said earlier, that if you make this into a quilt, this is how you hand quilt it, but you you know, when you're doing a quilt, you would use, that's how you would sew it on with the sewing machine on the 3 layers. It's a lot quicker, but for one piece, I mean, some people still choose to hand quilt like this. Which, you know, that turns out to be a bit of a labour of love. and nice project to do in winter. Have it over your legs when you hand quilt. Okay, once I get to this end, okay, I can stop that there. I'm also going to be doing a running stitch all the way around as well, and make it stand out a little bit. There we go. Now, I'm just wondering, rather than undoing it, I might I'm just wondering whether I do that in the pink. Probably all the way around the outside. Yeah. So tie that off. Little threads from the calico. Make sure that it stays down, and then we can use this and this little piece to do the other side. Now, where do we start? I'll start in the middle there, and then go around this. Okay, well, I will pause it there and then I'll be back. Okay, well, I finished doing that, and you can see on the back you've got your little star, and then I've done the outside. As I'm stitching the outside, I'm thinking probably if you wanted to, you can do that stitch to hold it down rather than that little slip stitch, but it definitely keeps it down better if you do that little slip stitch and then the other thing on the top. Now, this is the last bit that we are going to do. I may do a running stitch in this colour around the outside. I'll see how I go. So what we are going to do is going to do some sort of running stitch along here, and I'm going to start here and try and work in with that blanket stitch that's there, and just go up and down in throughout. There. Okay, over and up. Oh, there's my son again with his little elephant noise. Okay, I'm going to go over that, pulling. You won't have this trouble because you're not going to be having something that you've had to work, work with your thing that won't have the blanket stitch. Okay, yeah, it's a bit easier here. She says as it knots up. Okay, just helps to hold it down, but then because it's in the pink, it helps with bringing out some of that pinky colour. Okay. This is why you need a thimble, to give it a bit of a push. in coming up again. Okay. Hopefully we I think that looks good, and it holds it down. It's a pretty doily, this one. Okay. It's probably coming up to, need to come up in it a little closer. You can see it a little more on here. It's a bit harder. Maybe you have to go over that again to make it a little darker. It's only it's the DMC thread that I've used, and I use 2 strands, so because it seems to work really well, that colour. Oh, it's definitely a workout for the fingers, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. Getting there. And done. I like that. I don't think it's gone completely through, but I like that. And I'm wondering whether I go the pink around the outside. I don't know. I mean, I've got plenty of the thread, so I might as well. It goes really nice against that darker burgundy colour. And because it hasn't got a massive amount of layers, we'll be able to go around very quickly. Okay, we'll have a look. Start here. And then, yeah, see, it's only just 2 layers. We'll be able to do it pretty quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. My son was coming in. Both the boys are home today, so I'll just continue to finish doing that, and then I'll just turn it back on in a minute and put it in the book. But you don't have to watch me doing that because we saw that last month. I'll be back. Okay, I unpicked it and then I just pinned it down because I was thinking I might do a stitch now going through all of them, and that way that will hold that part down. So yep, I think it's always good to play smarter, not harder. So what I'm going to do, I've just got this milliner's thread, linen thread, which I'll use to just stitch this calico down, which is just going to be a running stitch, and some parts it's going to be nice and easy, other parts like here it'll be a little harder. So lots of running stitch, but that's what it's like when you're putting something down. So there you go, guys. Just gave it a good iron. and pinned it down, and then we will have another page in our vintage sewing journal, which is awesome. And they look nice together, even though that's the first page. So the next one, and I was thinking I was going to do this colour on the outside, which I still might, because it will help blend in that. So it's probably not a bad thing I unpicked it. And I'll do this colour. Okay, well, I'm just going to stitch this down all the way around, and then I'm going to stitch that down. And I think that will probably be enough. I could probably do, you know, just underneath here and on the top there, like a little hidden stitch thing that I did. That button helped to hold it down. So I honestly think that just sewing around there and sewing around will be enough. Yeah, because the pages are going to be sewn together anyway as well. So okay guys, well, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed doing the English paper piecing. Here we go. Because I have, and I think it looks really pretty with that. I'm glad I went for a bit of a background. Yeah, I quite like it and love the colours. It looks really nice. I'm glad I did the pink here. See, it's another thing too, because it was pink next to pink, so having this colour I think will make it stand out and bring out some of these pretty colours. Okay guys, I will catch you in next month's one, which is going to be cut work, so sort of embroidery and cut work, which is something that I personally haven't done, so I'm going to be learning it and then teaching you, so even I'm getting something out of this. So okay guys, thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Bye.